Welcome back. A total of 60 participants from the Office of the Public Curator and Official Trustee successfully concluded a week-long training today. The training was aimed at improving efficiency of staff in carrying out their duties. The role of the Office of the Public Curator and Official Trustee is to ensure that assets and entitlements of deceased individuals who have no written will are properly transferred to their correct next of kin. Gregory Avira reports.
Better understanding their roles in conducting the duty of the Office of Public Curator and Official Trustee was the main purpose of this workshop. Staff travelled in from throughout the country for this week-long occasion. Public Curator and Official Trustee Jacob Popuna says this is the first time that staff from the regional offices were brought in together for such a training.
We've engaged people who have got experience in dealing with disease matters and dealing with disease estate administration to train them on the basics. So these are the basic training.
The conclusion of the workshop saw participants presented with certificates for undergoing this training. Deputy Chief Justice Segib Salika was present at the conclusion of the workshop to administer the oath of office for participants. Segib says taking such an oath requires staff at the office to perform with honesty, as their work involves dealing with personal assets and can involve large sums of money.
Work and serve the people of Papua New Guinea with true commitment, through dedication, with integrity. You don't, the office will lose its focus on its role, on its statutory role as a trustee of public monies.
Gregory Avira, NBC National News, Port Moresby.
5 new buildings for the Detective Training School were officially handed over to the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary today by the Australian Federal Police at the Bomana Police College. Police Commissioner Gary Barkey said this comes as a timely gift for the 41st Independence celebrations. Sheila Malkin reports.
The construction of the detective school follows a needs analysis undertaken by the Papua New Guinea-Australia Policing Partnership in 2014, which identifies a chronic shortage of accommodation, particularly for single officers in NCD and Ley. The new buildings consist of 3 accommodation buildings, 1 office complex and a training complex. AFP Commissioner Scott Lee says through this partnership, more than 37 million kina has been spent on policing equipment and infrastructure projects.
To undertake a range of policing equipment and infrastructure projects that have totaled in excess of 37 million kina over that time. So I think this is one of the final parts of that project, which has been extremely beneficial, hopefully for the RPNGC Commissioner, for you and your officers. And I know certainly from the AFP staff that have worked on these projects, very much a positive step forward in terms of the joint partnership here in the future. This facility, we've obviously been doing a range of training here in PNG over the last few years, but this facility will now form the location for a range of training for investigations, training for development of detectives.
Commissioner Baki admits that for the past 11 years, the constabulary has not been consistent with the training of detectives at the Police Training College, adding that with these new buildings, these will form the core training for detectives and other training requirements for the college.
The primary focus is on detective training throughout the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary, and I would sincerely like to see that come 2017 that we go back to what it used to be, where we schedule detective training programs. And the courses are run constantly and continuously over the year that we know that they've been missing out. So normally in our normal experience, we run about 2 or 3 basic detective training, and then we have an advanced detective training program that is run. There should be no more reason why the constabulary cannot do that. Now that we have a facility, I think it's time for us to put our heads together and to make sure that what translates from 2017 onwards carries on from where it's been left. So I'm very thankful today, Assistant Commissioner Scott Lee and my mission commander here, that we're able to achieve this.
The site of the new school has a new drainage system installed and all new footpaths built. Commissioner Baki was given a tour around the new site within the Police Training College.
It should give us an opportunity to review where we're going in terms of our prosecution training and detective training, so that we appraise those that have currently been doing the job, and at the same time train those others that are interested in doing the job, that are coming out of our police training and have gone serving 1, 2, 3 years and experience and coming in wanting to do detective work, so that they come to Bomana and we train them there and send them back into the provinces they come out. And I'm glad to have taken delivery of this building. It's going to be fully utilized by the constabulary commencing 2017, and that's the guarantee and undertaking that I've given, and I'm sure the mission commander and all the...
The University of Goroka held its first West New Britain Early Childhood Graduation ceremony in Kimbe yesterday. About 120 elementary teachers who underwent the 2-year program graduated with diplomas. This is the result of the West New Britain Provincial Government partnering with the university to have diploma courses for its elementary teachers. Dorcas Chindri with this report from Kimbe.
This is the second successful story of graduates attaining diplomas in the Early Childhood Project, where the University of Goroka conducted the graduation as a first outside of the university main campus. Present for the first graduation were the Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Francis Marus, Governor West New Britain, Sasindra Muthavel, the university's Chancellor, Joseph Sukernom, and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Musawe Sinebare, the university's 12 council members, staffs and other distinguished guests. The Early Childhood Project, which is a partnership between both the West New Britain Provincial Government and the university, with a signed MOA in 2014, gives the pathway for other provinces to link up with higher institutions to bring education closer to people.
The initiative undertaken by this provincial government and the University of Goroka is an initiative of partnership, of trust, of willing to work together and of willing to make sure we bring university education closer to where the people are.
The early childhood training for teachers is a new concept in PNG, and with the University of Goroka and the West New Britain Provincial Government making the program become successful, the Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Francis Marus, says he was more than happy to support.
And as Minister responsible, I will make it my duty to make sure that West New Britain gets that recognition, and it is more time now for West New Britain to have an institution of that high magnitude to be in our province.
This program has seen the first cohort complete studies, while the second will start in 2017. Dorcas Tindri, NBC National News, Kimbe.
Western Highlands Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent Martin Lakari has praised the tribal leaders of Poika and Kumdienga Pin tribes in Western Highlands Province for handing in 4 suspects to police. These suspects were alleged to have been involved in 2 separate murder incidents in the Tambol Nebilia and Mulbaya districts during a village rugby social game. Jack Tame reports from Mount Hagen.
Chief Superintendent Lakari, when receiving the suspects, thanked the leaders of both Poika tribe in the Mount Gilwa LLG and the Kumdi Engepin tribe in the Mul LLG for respecting the law. He said the handing in of the suspects to the police was done without the assistance from police, but by the leaders of these tribes themselves. He added that by this time he could see the true leadership shown by the leaders of these 2 tribes in the province and further appeal for other tribes to do the same.
We can witness him was no true leadership he walk inside the community. These are popular suspects. Lo die blood 2 blood different man. I mean no come lo strong lo police. No what? I mean come lo strong lo leadership. Come blow this suspect, blow hand blow police. I mean, demonstrating motion. He got leadership develop community. Now, leadership we work now. Me like him, this like and leadership must spread. You go in Selo, Narabla districts in Selo, Western Highlands. So that we plan by maintaining peace in Selo community level, the village level.
Lakari believed that the cause of the two deaths as an indirect link to lure votes by some aspiring politicians who wants to contest in the coming election and have encouraged the youth to take part in these social games. He therefore has appealed to stop engaging such early campaigning tactics in the province.
Now we must challenge him on sample candidates. We shall bring him this like social game in the community. Now to us, people can play soccer game, people can play rambi touch, people can make him also. You try to cause him like people of community. You try to bring him disturbance in the community. We challenge him any who said intended candidates for Western Highlands. Time for election yet. Time for election yet. This is like a liquid social game, man, bring him go in chat. You are causing problem. Now, by Bahrain people of community, so we challenge him, you must only believe it.
The Western Highlands Police Boss further reliably informed the relatives of the deceased and those who were at the police station that it would charge the 4 suspects on the account of willful murder and will appear in court soon. Jack Tame, NBC National News, Mount Hagen.
Stay with us on NBC National News.